I'm Mr. Giant and I'm going to be continuing this video in this one. I'm doing these videos in more than one part because of there being so much of it, and so I can talk about different parts of it. And so I can fit more stuff in it, and so it won't take as long. DC does good animation because of them actually letting them run their course and letting some of them just end au naturel. Spider-Man may be the only superhero who can go toe-to-toe with Batman over how many shows, video games, movies, and cartoon shows he had, and with them being good. But all the Marvel shows got cancelled, except for the terrible ones, and it being some of the best Marvel shows that got cancelled. The terrible ones and took forever to get cancelled. While DC Young Justice did come back, and they also did bring back the DCAU too. And not only does DC have some of the best superhero shows, DC has some of the best shows in general. And comic books in general should really be more bright and hopeful, and they're doing bright and hopeful storylines with comic books again. Not just in the comic books, but also in other forms of media like the live action movies, cartoon shows, and video games. And comic books also do a good job of showing life lessons, not prison lessons. And they give your kids good childhood memories. And they actually do a good job of showing kids it's that lessons you learn in life, and not lessons you learn in prison that all kids go to, even if they've been good. And frankly, I don't agree with the school system. Not only do you get treated badly there, but you're wasting precious seconds of your childhood finding out things you specifically don't need to know. In some parts of the world, teachers had guns for a while. So it's much better, and I do prefer the Elon Musk version of education because Mia is doing a good job with Studio B, and it being similar to it. With me finding out 3D animation and how to do art, and Adobe Illustrator to do comic books. So that shows us good, and that's why it being good Studio B. And I'll leave a link in their website so you can find them in case you want to find this stuff out, or if your kids want to find this out too. Elon Musk's version of education and put your kids at home and then finding out stuff they specifically need to know. So they're making friends at the park, at a restaurant like they're supposed to. You can't force people to be friends. And then they would already find out what their dream is and for them to already be living it. And I think we all know how important it is you doing things from home after the terrible coronavirus. And it's much better than them going to a learning center with them being treated like dirt and abused by the teachers and therapists there. Because it's not like it doesn't make it on the news all the time that teachers are paramedic dictators. And life lessons help you get by in life. So it's good kids, it's having superheroes and cartoon shows for them to find out these good things and make sure they don't end up as terrible people, or like paramedic dictators and racist. But sometimes when you're dealing with a serious issue, it's better to use metaphors like you would see in a cartoon show or a comic book, like you using alien species and mutants instead of a metaphor for race and being different in general. You doing a super villain being a paramedic dictator in his country for a metaphor for a real life villain who's a paramedic dictator in the real world. And if it wasn't for superheroes, we wouldn't have a bunch of cartoon superheroes and other cartoon shows. Plus, as one of the best directors did say that the MCU saved cinema, so you shouldn't cancel that. And also, it is good you're doing the Batman, so not only is it good you're doing the DCU, but you're also doing a new DC live action movie universe in the Batman's universe afterwards, when you reboot the whole thing afterwards. Some of the best movies are superhero movies in general. Animation is an art style, so you can do anything with it, and you being able to do any storytelling theme with it. And superheroes, it being a subgenre, so you can do anything with the superheroes. It's a perfect thing to blend these things together and to do another theme with the original theme. Plus, the best Jason Voorhees storyline is a comic book, and him fighting against Leatherhead before Freddy Krueger, and it is something that can only be done in a comic book. Plus, you can also do a lot with a comic book because of you being able to do stuff in the comic books that happened before, and also more crazy things in a comic book. It's how you do a character from an alpha media becoming an actual character by them showing up more in the comic book and them becoming a comic book character too. It's how you do these people knowing about these characters and then showing up in more other forms of media by them showing up in the comic books, and for people to find out about them through comic books. You also could do more things with comic books because it being able to get more R-rated in a comic book, and being more liberal in the comic books. Plus, it is also good than doing comic books on TV shows because it being still canon and it just being extra canon for the cartoon shows. It's good James Gunn and doing the DCU for everything to be connected, and anything that's not connected is an Elseworld, and it not being the comic books because there's so much history in the comic books, because it already being its own universe, it already being the main universe, and you definitely don't need it overcomplicating the other stuff in the DCU. And DC should just do the Elseworld series again, and them doing whole series based on the Elseworld concept, because if they did a bunch of these ideas in Elseworlds, then they wouldn't be doing it in the main continuity, so they wouldn't be doing anything that's too big of a risk in the main continuity. And I'm just saying, if a bunch of these things introduced in the continuity, they definitely wouldn't win these guys in the main continuity. In other cases, DC and Marvel do copycat each other, but their main copycats, some of their most iconic superheroes just have some similarities and inspired by the other ones. And a bunch of the C-listed copycats of Marvel and DC are just as terrible cheap knockoffs of them that's obviously just copied from the other company. So if you flesh these guys out and do them more original and much so good about these guys specifically, you would be able to get something out of them and they wouldn't just be cheap knockoffs of the other guys, with you just showing how they're different from each other. I take parts from characters that already exist and put them in and use them to make my characters, is by drawing over the parts and putting those parts together. But I use it to create original characters, and even when these characters are similar to each other, I acknowledge it and to have those characters in them, and then I also make these characters different from the original ones. And I'm saying these in these videos, so me saying from personal experiences, so that I do know about this stuff, and just so how me having a good reason to say these things. Me just saying from personal experiences so that I know about this stuff, and so you knowing that this stuff is personal, and to know, that I'm telling the truth about this stuff. And it would be good than doing some comic book series with just the superheroes doing their things, and just a comic book series focusing on the main superheroes. Some comic book series that show us why we love these superheroes, and the comic book series that just do all the things of why we love these superheroes. You're just doing some comic book storylines of these superheroes as just being good people and doing their jobs in their usual or experienced way. And you also doing that in other forms of media like live action movies, video games, and cartoon shows, because it's good you just keeping it simple so it's easy to keep track of, and that's it become more of a mythic storyline. Why do you think Star Wars and Indiana Jones are so good? For the record, the most iconic movies are the most iconic movies because of them being simple and easy to understand. Not just because of people showing them in other forms of media and people spoofing them. In fact, that's why people show them in other forms of media and why people spoof them. We see these superheroes for a reason, and to be true, us just seeing these superheroes be good people is the whole reason why we see these superheroes. That's why we love these superheroes, them doing all the reasons of why we love them. And it just being entertaining and them just fighting the bad guys. You would only do a few of these stories now to make up for us not getting them before, then you just doing them on occasion and the other times, so us not getting sick and tired of the other ones, and so it being good that you just keeping it simple. And you just making it that the superheroes are competent at their job and it being entertaining. And it would also be good if you focusing on how good it is to be human, and that humans are good. Because the Justice League is not the Avengers, they're good for the opposite reasons of the Avengers. The Avengers are about men becoming gods, while the Justice League is about gods becoming humans. Which is a far more impressive feat in my opinion, because anyone who'd want to be a god, it's people who choose to be human and who are the real good people in the world. And that people are good, and it's good people just choosing good. And frankly, you might not even want to be a god, because as if you're a god, you wouldn't be able to enjoy all the little things that humans does, which is why God made us humans and didn't just make us all gods. Because as of it not really being a good thing being a god, and because of him caring about us is why us being humans. It kind of being a living death, while you being human means you can enjoy the little things in life. But you can't argue about the little things in life because they're what make life grand. You having a good family and people caring about you are the big things in life. But sometimes it's just good you having a good neighbor and people doing kindness is off the street. Because if you can't do that, then that's terrible. But it's good people even doing that. Which is why the little things are the big things in life. If everyone was the same, and everyone would just hate each other for being the same. Well, if everyone's different, then everyone's special, and if everyone's special, then everyone's equal. Life is like a story, everyone has their own to tell, except for the terrible people like losers is who can't do anything. Like stupider than Frankenstein's monster, people who are so stupid they don't know how to talk. And not being because of disease, is them just being idiots. And I'm just saying this against the guys who act like babies and little kids even though they're grown men and not babies and little kids. Not anyone who has a brain damage or a mental illness. And for guys like Nazis, dictators, and racists, no one wants to see their story, so that's why they shouldn't be told, and that's why us not caring about them, and that's why those people are bad. The terrible reboot shows and shows about the kind of people that I hate, and the idiot useless people are proof of that. And I've seen these people in real life, so, well, not the racist people, and thank God for that. At that, I didn't suffer from racism. I can't imagine what other people are going through this, but comic books are a good way for people to find out about it and why it's bad. And that's how I found out about it, and it's also good that I found this out without suffering through it myself. And for the record, Young Justice actually has the balls for showing racism in full of why it's bad. For the record, no, racism does work like that in real life. When I say usual people, I don't mean nobodies like terrible people. No, I mean the usual guys you see off the street. Because of everyone being special, and all the other people, the good people, the people you actually should care about, and those people's stories you should listen to. So that's why comic books and other forms of media are so important, and that's why superheroes are important, and that's also why it being good you telling stories through this. That's also why storytelling is so important.
Johnny! No! Too much! Too much! Johnny! Ah! Oh, I had another Johnny Mare!
Was it the one where he superglues himself to you and only risky surgery can remove him?
Worse!
The one where Johnny stays young forever and never leaves the house?
It was the one where he's off to college soon, and it costs $70,000 a year!
That wasn't a Johnny Mare, honey. Our little angel really is off to college soon. And with rising tuitions, college will cost $70,000 a year. And, oh,
Wait a minute.
Now that's how you end a story.
Take it easy, Johnny's dad. This little guy's been saving me all day. Your son is a hero, sir.
No one has ever said that about Johnny before. Way to go, son! Wow, I've never heard you say anything like that before. And our town may be destroyed, but I'm proud of you, Johnny!
Don't look now, it's another new crisis. The world's gonna burn, will the heroes unite us? I'm not sure I even really care anymore. Following along now feels like a chore. Countdown to Civil War, 52 changes, a Green World War and a secret invasion. I don't wanna stop, but it's wearing me out. You and me know this is not what it's all about. We've been dedicating lives, we've been reading all the lines. It doesn't have to be this way. Nobody always needs to die. You don't need all summer long like the same old dancing song. We get so tired of it. When I was just 9, I would get an allowance to go buy a comic and a Slippy and corn nuts. Another big story, I spazzing out. Couldn't wait to see what all the buzz was about. And everyone told me that everything changes over the summer. I couldn't quite see it, I could tell by the cover. Nothing really changed except for me. So I'll keep buying, that's the way it'll always be. We've been dedicating lives, we've been reading all the lines. It doesn't have to be this way. Nobody always needs to die. You don't need all summer long like the same old dancing song. We get so tired of it. Events are getting out of hand. I kill for a one shot on the stand. And wars of all kinds breaking bang. I wonder who to thank. I need to know which way this crossover ends. So next year we can do it all over again. Don't look now, it's another new crisis. The world's gonna burn, will the heroes unite us? I don't think I really even care anymore, but I'm only fooling no one. See you next week at the store.